I was out here not too long ago recording a bunch of episodes for PITSTOP Pioneers, so thank you for tuning in. And the last episode, one of the last episodes that I released was called Don't Miss It, kind of encouraging myself first and then whoever is watching and listening to not miss the fall and why. So you can check it out yourself. But I already got, like, after it dropped, after like it was out for a couple of days, I got some feedback, which is nice because you're not always getting feedback, but that was nice. And a friend of mine reached out to me personally, listened to it, I think on Facebook. I think she even said, for whatever that is or was that you put out there. It's a podcast and it's a video cast, I guess. It's multiple things, sharing my heart, my thoughts. Anyway, and as she was listening to it, she said, hey, by the way, this is my favorite time of the year as well, fall. And then she said, and it reminded me, as you were speaking, of a science class I had in 7th grade, 8th grade, where the science teacher said, actually, this was what's happening in our nature. So the trees, they realize that at one point that the days grow shorter. Hence, winter is approaching. And while this is happening, they feel it in their system, or as the days grow shorter, it signals something to their to how they produce things in their lives, so to speak. Let me get clear. So basically, they produce chlorophyll, and which makes the leaves on the tree green. And so as they approach winter, they start to sustain themselves because they can't produce enough chlorophyll or enough food. Better, I'm not forgive me. I'm just trying to I'm trying to think of what my friend said, and I try to portray it in that light. Hopefully I'm not making a mistake. I'm not a scientist. I don't know exactly, but this is what she told me. So basically, as they approach winter, they preserve themselves because of not having enough substance for the time ahead of them. So they kind of cut back just to the bare essentials, strip themselves so they can survive the winter and actually go into rest mode, which is another thing I want to share a little bit about. And so by doing that, or whatever life they have left in them or life they have in them, in order to preserve themselves, they withdraw some of the energy that produces the chlorophyll and makes the trees, the leaves appear green. So basically what she told me is that now in the state of fall and then into winter, we actually see the true colors of the leaves. They're not green. Normally they actually have a different color, yellow, red, brown, whatever. And that's actually the real color of the leaves. And because of the trees producing the chlorophyll, it makes, like life, it's almost like the blood flowing through them, in them, they appear green. Quite interesting. I didn't know that. So thanks for sharing this, my friend. You know who you are. And, but amazing is that they realize when winter is approaching, when the days grow shorter and everything, shuts down, it gets colder. And so for me, that is also an interesting thing. Think about it. Even the trees rest. So not only God rested after 6 days of work and then said, I'm going to rest. And that's why the Shabbat or Sabbath is important, to actually learn to rest. Today is actually a Sunday for me, so I'm resting. I'm dressed a little different out here. I was in the area, that's why I had some time to kill. I thought I'm just going to come back to this spot. It's beautiful, as much as I can, and enjoy what I said I want to enjoy more this year, and I'm doing it, so I'd be encouraged to do it as well. But there's something about rest. And resting is hard, I said that last time, because it's not something we're used to, because we're doing too much, we're too busy. But if God thinks it's important, maybe we should think it's important. If nature thinks it's important, maybe we should think it's important. But it's amazing that during the winter approaching, now it's fall and winter is coming, that they go into a rest stage before spring hits and they come back to life. So for me personally, I told that to somebody yesterday. I would love to rest during the winter. Maybe I should rest some more. Maybe we should all rest some more. But since we have all the technology available in our lives, so busy, and some of that obviously is not as possible as it used to be. But back in the days, farmers during the winter, that's the time where things slow down. You had cold winters in some places, and they needed to preserve themselves and stayed inside as much as possible. They gathered everything during summer and fall. And, whether it's food, whether it's anything they needed to have to make it through the winter and into spring, when life comes back and they were able to go out again and do what they normally do. But, winter is also, they rested more, they slept more, they, worked inside and repaired and fixed things, but everything slowed down. And I wonder, as a last thought, what if we would do something like this more? Maybe in our modern world that's harder to do because of obviously we're not farmers. Most of us are not. But what about having a lifestyle? Well, even during the winter season, we start to rest more. Because if you think about it, if you get up with the sun and go to bed with the sun, so to speak, because of our artificial lights and technologies, we are obviously can prolong that process. But if you per se would do that, we would automatically sleep more, because you will go, in the winter, if the sun is out less and it goes down earlier, you will go to bed or rest sooner and actually sleep longer. And maybe it's an art that has been forgotten that is important also with all the seasons, where some are more, some seasons we maybe are more active, and in some seasons, or for some seasons, we should be more passive. Anyway, that's just a thought, but mainly it's about the chlorophyll. So now the colors you see out there, this is actually the true colors of the leaves on the trees. So I bet you didn't know that. Neither did I. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Take a rest. Go out there and, after resting, and go out there and keep enjoying this beautiful time of the year. Bye for now.